Welcome to Cypress Sawmill. The purpose of this video clip is to show how to build one of our Kitset Patio Planters. The kitsets consist of 140 by 45 Macrocarpa dressed timber, which has been cut to exact length, plus the required screws and multi-grips. Mark the position of the pilot holes by measuring 22 millimeters in from each end and side. If your planter is over 1.8 meters, it will have a mid-wall, and therefore pilot holes will be drilled exactly halfway along the length of the board. If your planter is over 3.6, it will have two mid-walls, and pilot holes will be drilled 1/3 and 2/3 of the way along the boards. Now drill the pilot holes using a 6mm drill. And now we proceed to screw the first layer together. Once the first layer has been built, we will attach the packer pieces. These are the 50 by 50s, which have been cut to the exact length. And there will be one of these at each end. And depending on the length of your patio planter, there will either be 1, 2, or 3 pieces mid-span. Again, drilling the pilot holes using a 6mm drill. Because this is a 2.1 meter long patio planter, it just has one packer piece mid-span. Now we flip it over and use this as a base to build the second layer. The reason why we do it on its edge is because it's much easier to screw downwards than sideways. We now flip the layer over and always take the opportunity to look at the board and choose the best side to go outwards. Now that the second layer is built, we sit it on top of the first layer and then repeat the process. Cypress's patio planters can have either 2, 3, 4, or even 5 layers. The 5 layer will give you 700 millimeters in height, which is a very nice height to garden from. Now we're putting in the floorboards. No need to screw these as they will be held by the soil. This model has 2 floorboards giving an overall width of 375 millimeters. Cypress also does a 3 floorboard model giving an overall width of 515 millimeters. These are the multi-grips which fix one layer to the next. They also provide a lot of bracing. So for the 3-layer kit set, we will use 2 multi-grips per corner. Now we're fitting the mid-wall. And that piece there is a 90mm wide piece. That's because the floor takes up 45 millimeters. So for each mid-wall, there'll be one 90mm piece, and then the rest will be 140mm wide pieces. And proceed to screw that together. Impact drivers are a wonderful invention. And each mid-wall will have multi-grips on one side. And we're just about finished now. We're just going to take the sharp edges off with a planer, or it can be done with a router, or even just a coarse piece of sandpaper. And here we have the finished product, a Macrocarpa patio planter ready for your next crop. Enjoy.